Hey Math 1, coming at you with another video over 2.8. My goal here is to just basically go over 4 of the homework problems for you guys, reducing your workload to 8 total. We're going to talk about number 2, 3, 10, and 11. So hopefully this will provide even more clarification than the notes that you guys did and give you some confidence moving through the homework assignment. So the first one I'd like to talk about is number 2. All right. It says find 3 consecutive odd integers with a sum of 141. So the idea is I'm taking my first odd integer plus my second plus my third, and I know its sum is 141, which means I'm just going to put equals 141 after adding them together. Now the idea of odd integers is that if I just let the first one be represented by n, any variable, I could call it x if I wanted to, my second integer is going to be exactly 2 integers after that. So think about 39. 39 is an odd integer. The next consecutive odd integer is 41. So to get from, let's say that's my n, to get to 41, I have to add 2. So you can say 41 is the same as n plus 2. And then the next one after that, you'd add 4 from the original. Okay? It's like n plus 2 equals plus 4. So to get to 43, there's a difference of 4 units there. Anyway, I can figure out the second odd integer by spacing it 2 from my original. And then to get the third one, I'm just going to add 2 more, so n plus 4. So hopefully that makes sense, because once you get this original equation, it's really very simple to get n plus n plus n, 3n, and 2 plus 4, 6 simplified. Yeah, so then I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. 141 minus 6 is 135. Divide by 3. And I can go off to the side to do a computation. 3 goes into 13 4 times. That's going to be 12. Subtract and drop. 45 is my n term. And don't let that be your final answer, though. 3 consecutive odd integers would be 45 for my n, 45 plus 2 for my next one, and then 49 for my last one. Number 3, find 4 consecutive even integers with the sum of negative 12. So just like odd integers are 2 apart from each other, so are even integers. If you tested something like, 30, well, 32, 34, 36, notice they're all 2 apart from one another. So if you say let the first one be n, the next one's going to be n plus 2. The next one's going to be n plus 4. The next one's going to be n plus 6. So that's how you guys deal with consecutive even integers. Pretty much the identical way in which you dealt with odd ones. So my first plus my second plus my third plus my fourth must all add up to negative 12. And here they are. N would be my first one, n plus 2 is my second one, n plus 4 is my third one, n plus 6 is my fourth one. By the way, if you're wondering where 30, 32, 34, 36 were, I just picked 4 random even integers so that we could kind of talk about the difference between the numbers, 2 apart basically. All right, once you map this out, And now it's just a game of collecting like terms. 1, 2, 3, 4n 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. And you still got negative 12 on the other side. Subtract 12 from both sides to zero out that left constant. Remember, two negatives means you are going to add the two digits together and then make it negative. Then divide by 4. All right. So the first number in the sequence should be negative 6. All you got to do is add 2. So here's my first one. Adding 2 to negative 6, opposite subtract, so it would go to 4, still negative. Okay? The next one would be negative 2. Hopefully you're just seeing the pattern at this point. And then here's an interesting thing. 0 would be the next consecutive even integer. And we can get into the discussion of, is 0 an even number in class? Okay. Jumping down to number 10. So this is another percent commission problem that we saw in the notes. So Jennifer sells cars and she's paid kind of like a lump sum salary of $750, but gets 4% commission on whatever she made from whatever she's responsible for selling. If her goal is to earn $3,000 this month, how much? How many sales must she make? I think the clearer picture is how much money in sales must she, bring into the car dealership. So what we're doing is we're saying, you're taking $750. We're adding to that 4% of the money she brings in from sales. So I'm just going to call it 4% of X, in which X is the money she brings in from sales. X equals the money Jennifer brings in from her sales. Yeah, and this needs to add up to 3,000. So I talked about a few different ways to do this. We can either call 4% 0.04, and I showed you guys how to deal with that when you watch the notes video. I will show you the alternate version here, which is saying 4% is 4 per 100. Like century is 100 years, cent, 100 cents in a dollar. You just put it over 100, and then we can simplify that to 2 over 25, 2 over 50. And that reduces to 1/25. So I'm going to use the fact that 4% of X can be 1/25 of X. So you can do 0.04 if you want. I'm just doing this to show the alternate approach with fractions. I'm going to subtract 750 from both sides. If you want a quick way of subtraction, maybe just do it one little piece at a time. Take 3,000 minus 700. That'd be 2,300. Take 50 away from 2,300. That's going to be 2250. Or you could do it the old-fashioned way. 0 minus 0 is 0. This needs to be 10, so I borrowed from here, which required borrowing from there. 5, 2, 2. So 2,250. And then here's an idea. You're trying to figure out what X is. What I can do is I can put the 2,250 divided by 1 Okay? And then I can find common denominators. So 25 here, 25 there, times 25. It's really 2,250 times 25. That's all you're really doing. Because once you find the denominators that are the same, you can just ditch them. So x equals whatever 2,250 times 25 is. So I'm going to go off to the side with some scratch paper. Take 5 times everything in the top. 10, 12, 10, 11. For my second line, I need to drop a 0, take 2 times 0, 2 times 5 is 10. Excuse me. I've got the hiccups right now, but I'm already too deep into the video to stop it, so just bear with me. So 0, 0, 0, 1. We got it. 56,250. And it's not sales. It's dollars in sales. Because there's a big difference between selling 56,250 cars and selling $56,250 of cars. If that makes sense. Because what? This is maybe like 2 or 3 cars if they're brand new. Probably more like just 2 cars. Okay, last one. Number 11. So you're at an ice cream shop, the Cone Zone. Jim's got $7.60, and he likes to put as many toppings as possible on his ice cream. If a large dish costs $4.25, and each additional topping is 55 cents, I'll let X represent the toppings. How much can we get for $7.60? So that's pretty much all you're doing. You're saying, this is the cost of ice cream. This is how much money I have. How many toppings can I get? So I could multiply everybody by 100 right off the bat to get rid of the decimals. I'll show you how to do it, though, without multiplying by 100. Make sure you line up the decimals. 10 minus 5 is 5. You got to borrow from here. So it's basically like this. I've got $3.35 to pay for the toppings. So you got to divide by that 55 cents. Which creates a clean X. And then I can multiply the top and bottom of that fraction by 100. Which will get rid of the decimal completely. You move that over twice, move that over twice. And then we've got 335 divided by 55. Five goes into 30 six times. So I'm going to guess that this is going to be 6. And yep, seems like I got 6 and then 5 over 55 leftovers. So it's kind of like, and that's 1/11. The question is, what do you do with that answer? Can I purchase 1/11 of a topping? Maybe. But what I want you guys to start recognizing is, hey, he's only got enough for 6 toppings. So that's how much he can pay for. All right. Thank you for enduring the hiccups with me. Hopefully this is helpful and you enjoyed watching it. Thanks.